Team Fortress 2 is a very special game. Few titles in the PC space have had the reach and influence of Valve's multiplayer masterclass. Through its combination of its simple yet charming characters, timeless art style, and extremely devoted fan base, it has ascended to gaming royalty. However, over the past 10 years, it has received inconsistent levels of support. One of its few constants is Smissmas. Today, I'd like to explore how this annual Christmas patch has changed over time and how it reflects the game's development as a whole. Predated by the war update of December 17, 2009, Smissmas has gone by many names: Australian Christmas, the Mecha update, the Tough Break update. But one thing remains true for this decade-long tradition. It typically features maps, weapons, cosmetics, and invaluable balance changes and bug fixes. Alongside Scream Fortress, Smissmas has been one of our only annual updates during the content drought of 2018 to 2020. This, in part, has led to the mixed reception of Smissmas 2020. The first Smissmas update, released in 2010 and entitled Australian Christmas, came at a very important time within the game's lifecycle. Released the same year as the Man Economy update, Australian Christmas brought Medieval Mode, the Boston Basher, the Back Scratcher, the Lock and Load, the Brass Piece, the Jag, the Crusader's Crossbow. Additionally, it brought the Backpack Expander, Map Stamps, and the 2010 exclusive Stocking Stuffer Gift Key. In 2011's Australian Christmas, they released CP Foundry, the Goreboard Pyro set, the Euchre Effect, the Holiday Punch, the Spicicle, and the first festive weaponry skin. They released the True Meaning and Smissmas Story comics, and an unused engineer vomiting animation. Alongside 2012's Pyromania update, 2012 Smissmas was replaced with the Mecha update, which added the Mecha Engineer to MVM alongside new giants and a new map called MVM Big Rock. It added 3 new weapons: the Loose Cannon for Demo Man, Rescue Ranger for Engineer, and the Vaccinator for Medic. Lastly, it added the Shadow Boxers comic. In 2013's Smissmas update, the same year as 2 cities, the TF team added gift stuff stockings and the giftapult to the game. Additionally, it changed the soda popper from dealing mini crits on hype to 5 additional air jumps. It gave the battalions back up plus 20 base HP, it added the Conjurer's health regen, and it gave the Dimeback crits on backstab. Additionally, it gave us our modern cosmetic system where we no longer have hats and misc in separate slots, instead they are now all cosmetics. The 2014 Smissmas update brought the same year's Love and War, added many new changes, primarily towards rebalancing the Demo Man. It added Manpower mode to the game, as well as the Iron Bomber, Quickie Bomb Launcher, and the Panic Attack. In addition to this, it made some balance changes for the Demo Man's base kit. Pipes and Stickies now have the same blast radius as rockets. Pipes now deals consistent damage no matter where it hit in the body. Stickies now have a radius ramp up when fired. Damage taken while the Tide Turner reduces its charge meter. Additionally, Australians can now be found on all advanced and expert MVM tours. And briefly, they made the giftapults craftable, using 2 scrap and 1 weapon. However, this craft recipe was disabled in 2016. Following the Gunmetal update of 2015, we got Tough Break, a 3-month contract campaign that brought us Koth High Pass, CTF Landfall, Payload Snowy Coast, and 5 CP Vanguard, in addition to 4 skin collections, my favorite of which being the Gentleman's collection, and a new bonus drop called a Festivizer. In addition to the contracts it's brought to the game, it also brought us many new weapon and game rebalances that are still in effect to this day. The first of which is being that upon respawning, you get 10 seconds of seeing friendly outlines, and the base weapon switch speed was reduced to half a second. Pyros are now healed 20 HP upon extinguishing a friendly teammate. Charging as the Demo Man now removes all debuffs. Swords now deploy and holster slower in addition to their long range. Uber now builds at triple the speed during setup time. Milk and Gerati now have reduced cooldowns when extinguishing teammates. The Conscious Cozy Camper had their health regen up to 4 per second, however it is reduced when you recently take damage. The Degreaser and Reserve Shooter had their switch speed reduced. Additionally, the Reserve Shooter now only mini crits if the target is blasted into the air, knocked back, or using the grappling hook. The Degreaser's air blast ammo is now increased by 25% and it deals 66 less afterburn than stock. The Phlogistinator's taunt now grants the user Uber and knockback immunity for the duration of the taunt, as well as removing a 10% damage penalty. The Burst Persuader now removes 80% of the user's primary and secondary ammo upon equip. The Rescue Ranger now heals 60% per bolt, and the Jag takes 3 hits to remove sappers. The Cleaner's Carbine now has a crit meter instead of having any crits on kill. The Dead Ringer's initial hit damage reduction is now increased to 75%. Following the sizable updates that were Tough Break and Meet Your Match, in 2016 Smissmas update, they made it so that you automatically requeue in the same match with the same players upon the ending of a casual match. Additionally, they added the briefly used voluntary auto-balance system. Following Jungle Inferno in 2017, we saw the return of gift stuff stockings, the addition of new taunts, including the Rhythm Runners for Scout, the Surgeon Squeeze Box for Medic, and the Luxury Lounge for Spy. In 2018, they added styles for the Deadbeats. In 2019's Smissmas update, in addition to the usual gift stuff stockings, they added 17 new unusual effects, 11 of which being cosmetic, 6 of which being taunts. In the 2020 Smissmas update, we saw the addition of 4 new maps: Payload Pier, Payload Woodville, CTF Snowfall, and Player Destruction Snowville. We saw the addition of many new taunts, including the Boston Border for Scout, the Scorcher's Solo for Pyro. The Demon Medic received their own Rancho Relaxo variants. Additionally, they added 12 new cosmetic unusual effects and 7 new taunt unusual effects. They fixed a very prominent MVM bug where a player could type retry in the console to reset the MVM wave timer. In my opinion, the Tough Break update is the definitive Smissmas update. In addition to bringing a multitude of balance changes that completely change the weapons they affect, in addition to bringing the most amount of maps to the game, it brought us nearly 100 new cosmetic weapon customization. Smissmas 2018 is the very lowest of the low in regards to the Smissmas updates, only bringing new cosmetics and the stacking stuffers. The only thing of note unique to the Smissmas 2018 update is these new styles for Deadbeat. Despite bringing the most amount of new maps to the game, tied with Tough Break, Smissmas 2020 is generally a very middling update, bringing only new taunts, new weapon skins, and unusual effects, so being a primarily cosmetic focused update.